I've been trading for the past 6 years. As you can see with the screenshots over here, March 2016, my journey started with just $150, which didn't last very long, and I blew that within a few hours. Here's what I've learned in the past 6 years. Comparison is a killer of all joy. For me, over the past 6 years of my journey, I found that has played a big role in my behavioral patterns. Constantly looking at what someone else is doing, constantly looking at the path others have taken, has often led to changes in my psychology, changes into my risk appetite, and more importantly, me trying to rush the process, which is something that can't be rushed. So word of advice for anyone listening: the trading journey that we're on is purely a journey of self-discovery, and it is all dependent on the type of person you develop and the type of person you grow into over those years of trading. So lean forward, embrace the struggle, know that the struggles and the tribulations that you go through mold you into the type of trader that you're becoming. So lean forward and embrace it. Start where you are, use what you have, do what you can. This is probably one of the best phrases that has helped me along my journey. There again, it refers to point one. We often think that we need a lot of money. We often think that we need to be in different positions to actually start. My word of advice to you all is start where you are, use what you have, do what you can. There is no comparison to where you should be. There is nowhere else that you should be other than where you currently are right now. Use what you have, focus on your strengths, right? Signal out your weaknesses. Focus and develop areas of your life that you need to develop, which involve patience, which involve discipline. Because without you realizing, once you focus on those areas of your life, that directly impacts your trading. Emotionally driven psychological habits, more often than not, bad habits. Over the past 6 years, I have realized some of the bad habits and some of the bad traits that I have developed are all derived from my emotional insecurities in certain areas of life. Money, believe it or not, is part of everything that we want to do. Whoever says money isn't everything has not really chased what they're after. Whether you want to start a foundation, whether you want to retire a loved one, whether you want to buy a dream car, whether you want to travel the world, it all requires money. But in order to do that, it is important for us to enable an emotionless state. And over the past 6 years, emotionally driven behavior has been from times where I've traded with money that I can't afford to lose. And I know a lot of people message me on a daily basis on my social media platforms with scenarios and stories that they are struggling with. Trading with your last rent money is not a profitable move. It's not a good move. It's not a good move and a good step to be taken. Trading with your last savings, using your last £500 to buy a funded challenge is not gonna help you succeed. So I would suggest get your money right, get your emotional state stable before you even get involved in the markets. Even if you spent the next 6 months understanding that you have to focus on the type of person you're becoming, the type of trader you're becoming, more importantly, have your money right, the next 5 years are going to be a lot less turbulent, a lot less troublesome if you just spend 6 months getting yourself in the right position. Your strategy works till it doesn't. My key takeaway from this over the past 6 years is realizing that my strategy is going to need to develop. The type of trader I am going to need to be in certain market cycles will be dependent on what's happening in terms of the macro. Will I be swinging? Will I be scalping? Will I be holding my trades intraday? These things depend on the type of person that we can be. Are you willing to be able to adapt instantly? Or are you going to be stuck in your bad habits, forcing yourself into losing streaks because this trade is right, this strategy works? So by all means, please know that your strategy works till it doesn't. As a trader, be willing to adapt, be willing to evolve, be willing to change, so that throughout your journey going forward, your main focus is to remain profitable by managing your risk, but also being able to adapt to market conditions. Markets will remain irrational longer than you can remain solvent. Do not chase. Over the past 6 years, I have had countless times where I have chased the market relentlessly because of a certain bias, because of habits, bad habits, emotionally driven, which we've covered. These can often lead us to taking irrational decisions, chasing the market in a certain direction, forcing the market to go in our favor, and it doesn't. Up until that very point that you've either blowing your account, your trade has been stopped out. Alternatively, you've lost your funded challenge. Whatever the case may be, whether you're trading funded or personal capital, that market will go against you until you can't sustain it no more. Perfect example over the past 6 months has been the yen crosses. Despite a bias to the downside, despite wanting yen crosses lower, there's been a dovish Bank of Japan and we've had this massive rally in the yen crosses. Your strategy works till it doesn't. Be willing to adapt, but markets will remain irrational longer than you will remain solvent, so don't chase a bias. If you're wrong, cut your losses short, let your winners run. I'm a firm believer that if you take care and you nurture your losses, meaning you put effort into it, if you're wrong, cut it off quickly, and your winners will take care of themselves. You will have those runners, stingers, I like to call them, that will take care of themselves. You will have those 100, 150 pip rallies, but you're not going to have them if you're not around to see them. So you got to cut your losses short, let those winners run. A 10-year vision, but a get-rich-quick work ethic. This for me has been something that I have personally experienced over the past 6 years. We all have that long-term vision, the house we want, the cars we want, the lifestyle that we want, the people we want to retire, the family we want to help. Truth behold, we try and rush the process and we have a get-rich-quick mindset on a daily basis. Chasing the market, adding more risk to position, moving stops, all those bad habits are emotionally triggered because you have this 10-year vision, but you have a get-rich-quick mindset. So please do me a favor, remove that completely. Your job is to be as good as you can every single trade, and you are only as good as your last trade as a trader. The trader that you're going to need to be in the next 5 to 10 years is dependent on how you can manage your risk. It is dependent on how consistent you can be and how profitable you will remain even when the market goes against you. So please keep that in mind. You can have that 10-year vision, but you have to have that 10-year vision work ethic, which will require you to lose some trades. It will require you to learn to lose. It will require you also to abide by a mindset that you are not fussed what happens on the day-to-day basis. Your job and your sole job, regardless of whatever road you're going down as a trader, should be to manage your risk, should be to stay alive, should be to stay alive to trade another day. There should never be a position that you're putting yourself in where you blow your whole account, where you fail the funded challenge. Because look, there is a lot of controversy regarding funded challenges. Should you go down them? Are the parameters too tight? If you are losing a funded challenge in one day, you've risked more than 5% in one day. That is not correct risk management, and that is not going to sustain. So I'll leave you on that note. Have a 10-year vision, but have a 10-year work ethic too. Hope you enjoyed the video. Please do like, comment, share, subscribe. There is going to be loads more content coming to my channel, and I'm going to be sharing what I've learned over the past 6 years. So stay tuned, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Take care.